checking audio. Alright. Well, we got a lot to do today. Tonight. Let's get this up on my phone. Here, let me just turn my phone volume down just a tad. So, play around with OBS just a little bit. I'm gonna check out my mic. Seems like it's good. That was on mute. What's going on, Ren? How's the audio sound? Turn the volume up on the external microphone a little bit more. So it should be a little bit louder right now. Sound okay? Absolutely love this music, by the way. Oh yeah, I'll turn the music down. We'll get right into it, I guess. Oh boy, okay. Bam. Alright. So, that is that. This a little bit better? You're gonna have to still forgive me. I'm not 100% over the cold yet, but we're getting there. We're doing some LO stuff, load order. And just go back to my own, where is it? PC load order. Should have it pinned. I'm gonna grab my mod list from my necromancer. Should be the right one here. Okay. Using ooh, excuse me. Using Nordic as a background. Little less is more type thing going on. I didn't even link this in Discord. So I don't even know if there's anybody in here aside from you. I'm sure you don't want to be the only one watching me do load order stuff. I'll put it up in mine, but I'm not going to tag the entire Discord because stuff like this is just, you know. It is what it is. Yeah, absolutely. So what I have so far, let me expand this up here. I'm actually using these separators, right? So as you can see, SKSE scripts up at the top. Then they go right into like my core mods, things like that. I normally don't do stuff like this. I'm just trying it out, and like I said, it's kind of a way to slow me down from doing things. I've already got 86 mods. I've got 31 plugins. Having them like this, I've noticed even yesterday when I was doing it, slowed my own pace, made me like think about things. No longer am I using SRO, just because I can't justify the like 12 gigabytes for a mod that basically all gets overwritten. Not to mention, like, I could add it in 4 parts, I could merge it, and you don't really see anything with it. I would have been better off with the optimized textures and gone from there, and that was only 3.5 gigabytes of space. I believe it's on the Yashed guide. I'll open up Nexus over here too, just because I can always pull that one up for reference as well. Yeah, my throat's been just insane. It's pretty much because I yell constantly all day, and then when we have our heater going, I have to be extra loud just so I can communicate with the people downstairs that are working, because we have to talk back and forth to each other, so it's a pain in the ass. So bass mods. So I go a lot ultra. I'm gonna be using these, but I'm not gonna be using the Majestic Mountains version of them because I'm not running Majestic Mountains. I'll show you. I'll bring back up MO2. So my core mods are basically a lot of SKSE plugins themselves, or a lot of scripting mods, UI stuff. You can see what's over here, right? Sky HUD, font overhaul. Like I chose the natural typeface. I'm still not sure if I want to add the Enderal font to this. I don't think I'm going to. I just like you don't really need to change the font, and if you do, just settle on one. I mean, I had both of them in there, and it looked really good, but it was just one of those things where it added an extra mod where it didn't need to be. So they're a little bit different. You'll notice my foundations. I don't start with my unofficial patch till priority 37. So you could see all of the stuff that needs to be above it. And obviously then when you get over to the plugins tab, the unofficial patch, even though it's an ESP, it's considered a master file. It's always going to be up top there. Not a lot in the way of ESPs. I'm trying to keep this down. I'm trying to keep this 31 from getting too high. I only have 2 ESLs. I have six ESMs, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is 6. So I used to use Sovngarde on console, and now that I have access to PC, there are a lot more that look a lot better. Actually, on console, there's Sanguis, which is one of the newer ones, and it's not an option on PC. I couldn't find it anyway, so I went looking for it. But we're gonna try and stick to as basic as we can. I got all the way down. Obviously, my foundations are. This could be debatable, but you see, rustic clothing obviously gets overwritten by other mods. Let's see what's conflicting with this. SMIM. There's one file that's being overwritten. Not a big deal, right? So these are kind of like my foundation. I actually consider everything from core down to music as these are all foundations. Once you get to alternate start here in the left pane, that's pretty much foundation for me. So, but those are core. I use them a lot. We're gonna stay with the skill uncapper. I've already tweaked this. I've tweaked the any settings. So you can see they're all 255 is the max cap now instead of 100. So I could level up to 255, and then obviously the skill leveling here is has been adjusted. So illusion obviously, destruction's at 0.5. I'm gonna change destruction because we are gonna be using that to 0.75. Kind of like block, kind of like one-handed. Kind of like restorations at 7.5, so destruction should be also a little bit higher. But we don't want it at 1. Other things we're going to be doing, I've decided to have him as a pickpocket. So we'll be doing some thievery. I also need to find him some new clothes. So we can start with the shadow scale set. I'm going to be using Wicco, so I'll have access to Geralt's clothes. But I haven't really thought. Now everybody's using either like the Armor of Intrigue or, Crimson Archer, things like that. And they're pretty popular, but we need something that's, say, sophisticated yet roguish. Draws a little attention to yourself, but could also be forgettable at the same time. And preferably with like a cloak or a cape or something like that. He would want to be noticed by the right people and blend in with everybody else. Yeah, Sovngarde's a great font. Let me see here. And this is, okay, hold on one second here. I'll pull it up right here. Yeah, so there's a bunch in here. Now, if you go to the Files tab, there's other fonts. Or there used to be. Let me just click on Mist's name, because I know Mist has done a bunch of them. No, I guess not. Mist has a bunch of fonts on console. Just you're only getting Sovngarde. Excuse me. I tried Sanguis, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. If we go to BethesdaNet. So this is what I was using when I was on console specifically. And I don't know why it's been defaulting to 2 pages here, but if you go to Platform, Xbox One, search. So, Sanguis Mist Font Replacer right here. And then if you check out the gallery, you could see the font right there. This was the one that I was using. I love it. I love this one. This one is not on PC. You can see the difference here. Right. So. A little simplistic, but you know, what can you do? So, like I said, yeah, Nordic is the background. I'm going to try to stick to this particular guide. However, this was my old setup. I don't want to run nearly that many mods. I may change my weather back to Obsidian. And I'll show you why. Right? And this is kind of the thing that has me frustrated. Let's go to, where is it? Nesbitt's room. Okay, so Nesbitt just put up some pictures, right? So. Okay, now look at this. Now he's probably got about 150 less mods than I do. But I look at the water and I look at the sunlight and the landscape. The contrast of colors, right? And I look at that and I run some of the mods that are in here. This looks fantastic, right? Let's go, where's another one that I was looking at that I absolutely loved? This one, right? So this is outside of Nightgate Inn. Yeah, they are. They're gorgeous. But you can see it's all in the lighting and the weather. And obviously he's running his mod, or mods. And he's running Matthys, which I plan to reintroduce. I'm bringing Matthys trees back in. It's my own. I'm going to run different snow. I'm sticking with Wine Dave's for that. He's also running Matthys 3D Landscape. Which, if you go to, or is it Large Textures? I think it is. Maybe it's not here. I think it's in vegetation, to be honest with you. That's the part about these guides, is a lot of the mods overwrite, and they overwrite several things. So it's almost not worth it. It's really not. If we go to vegetation here. So I'm going to be using Wine Dave's Mountains. Oh, the fucking stream is already doing this to me again.
Come
So ridiculous. I have to reset my freaking YouTube. I cannot have my phone connected to Wi-Fi when I stream. I do not understand this for the life of me. And even sometimes I can't have it normally here, and it's just such a pain in the ass. But I won't be using Majestic mountains. I'm going to be using Windave's mountains. So I don't need better dynamic Majestic mountains. I'm not going to be running this. And it's going to save me another 500 megabytes. And it looks better, in my opinion, because you get the moss rocks. You get all this. You get this style, but you save yourself like 500 megabytes. And to me, it just looks better. 10 times better. Majestic's great, but Windave's mountains are just better. They just are. So enhanced landscape versus grass. This is all grass. Flora. Skyrim 3D landscapes. This is Matthews. Here we go. Okay. We're going to go to the images tab and take a look at this. So, you see the added foliage here, right? No, I think Nesbit's running this. You can see the trees, the pine trees up on the mountaintop right up there. So that looks really nice like that. I like that. This is the landscape. This is what I was initially running. And I don't know why I gave it up. I think it was because I was trying to do too many things. At the time, when I really wasn't, I had a really nice setup. And then I switched and I changed it. And then I found something else that was pretty good. And I went with that for a little bit. And then I changed it again and I went with that for a little bit. So, yeah, like the trees. I mean, you can't beat this. This is, Now, I'm wondering how it's going to play with northern grass. That's the other thing, too. I may go back to Vedosprung, if that's the case. Because I noticed a little bit of an FPS hit with northern, which is weird because northern grass is like 70-something megabytes. And where is it? It's up above here. Oh, it's probably hidden, right? Yeah, tell me it's hidden. Did it say get deleted? Yeah, it's not. Hold on. Yeah, it's not hidden. So, if you look at this file, right? 603.2, but it comes with its own ini tweaks. Right? This is Ilium. Here. Now, it is pretty dense, and you are going to need to tweak them, but it's one of the best grass mods. Like I said, if it was compatible with TPOS2, I would stick with Verdant. I run Verdant on console pretty much exclusively. And the only time I didn't was when I started using the People of Skyrim. Because you can't. It's not compatible. And I hate that because I love Verdant. It's hands down the best grass mod. Hands down. Just to do a comparison. Right? I know the pictures are a little bit smaller, but it is what it is. Adds grass everywhere. And then these are obviously with the EMBs. I think I messed it up. It's done right, Like, this is what I'm used to in my game. What do you mean, verdant weathers? You mean vivid weathers? Because I don't think there's not a verdant for weather. Verdant's just for grass. Use something else. Now I'm confused. I'm confused. Yeah, it just, there's only 29 images here for this. But you wouldn't think that something like this looks right. It's not overgrown. You could find dead bodies. You don't have to worry about anything. But it adjusts the landscape, which is a no-go with TPOS2, so unfortunately can't be used. No, it's okay. You're the only one on here right now anyway. So
Joe. Hey, Joe.
let me see here. We'll go back and we'll get rid of Verdant. Okay. Gotta get rid of 3D landscapes. So what I was basically doing was I was following this along, and I got fairly decently into... Close this down. No. Oh yeah, I need to save changes. Duh. I have to save the changes in the uncapper. Hey, Tim. What's going on? We're just doing some load order stuff, that's all. Boring stuff. I've been neglecting it. This is my rebirth of Enderal so far. And I'm actually using the separators, as you can see on the left side here. It's kind of slowed me down just a little bit, which I think is good because it resets my brain and then I don't work too fast. I think that was part of the problem for a long time. I was getting very, very frustrated with just resetting up everything, going through and testing everything, and everything would be good up until like one part, or I'd get so far in and then bam, nothing. That was just awful. You know what I do? I'm off to work. I'm off work tomorrow. Yeah, and Rooster was on my ass about it the whole time. He's like, use the separators. And I'm like, I mean, like, I pretty much know where my shit starts and ends, but it's like I used to do on console. Console had, like, I guess technically separators, or they called them categories. It's the same thing. But I named them a little bit differently. I named them what I'm used to seeing them as. So SKSE is obviously at the top. I have that above my core mods because that's a requirement. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. If you're on PC and you're not using SKSE, go play on console. There is no point to playing on PC if you're not going to run the script extender. So that is a requirement. That is considered I consider that its own little, it's in there with the DLC in the game itself. My core mods and foundations could technically all be one category. You see everything here, right? And this changes. I mean, a lot of these stay the same, and a lot of these are different. I was just showing Ren. I did the uncapper already. I actually tweaked the ini files. We're using Dirty Weasel's Ordinator ini tweaks, his presets. And I kept the values the same aside from destruction. Destruction, I upped... Where is it? Right here? F destruction. It was 0.5, so I just upped it to 0.75, so it's a little bit better. So it won't take me forever. Now, we're not going to use a lot of destruction. But you can see how it slows down your leveling. All of these. With the exception of some. One is base, one would be vanilla. I am going to use ELFX, yes. I am also going to use ELE. I'm going to use both. Yep, absolutely. I liked it. It had a much nicer look than the two of them, like by them, like each one by themselves, you know. And EMB helper I have in, we're gonna use EMB Lite, and pretty much all the EMB mods. Not all of them, some of them. Well, most of them, because I like what they did too. Not relighting, no, just ELFX. And I'm probably going to go back to Obsidian Weathers. I liked Cathedral. I was surprised with it. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. But I was showing Ren, and this is the main reason why, right? So my setup was ridiculous with mods. I'd have 400, 500. I think I tipped it at 603 with one setup. And it did look good. And I didn't really have a performance set. I think I was right around 56 FPS the whole time, 55. Like 52 to 4 in Falkreath Ether when I was looking around like left to right real quick. But that was about it. But that's a lot of mods. That's like a real lot of mods. I'll show you why. This is why. You see what Nesbitt's doing? Now he's got like probably 200 less mods than I do. But look at this. Right? Now, look at that and tell me you don't think that's a really nice look. And he kept his very, very simple. Yeah, Ren, that's okay. I'll see you later. Hey, Mel. Holy crap. How are you? What is up? That's not mine. That's Nesbitt's. I'll show you. That's from our Discord. That's from his chosen house. He put these up. Don't ignore the time. The time on my PC is like 3 hours earlier than it's supposed to be. I'm assuming that's from when Stitch set it up and it was West Coast time. I swapped it over to East Coast time since I took over as a server owner. But it never changed it, and I don't know how to change it. So, but yeah, stuff like this. Now, he put these up, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, that's crazy. With the water plants. But you can see how they come through the, you know. Now, I have my own textures that I run for Farmhouse Wood. Those aren't going to change. Ours Farmhouse. I'm not going to change those. You can see I'm using Matthys 3D signs. And you'll also have to apologize my vocals today because my vocals are shot. And I need to make coffee, and I haven't done that yet. So, but I'm looking at these, and I'm like, you know, what the hell am I doing wrong? Mine looks good, but like Windhelm, right? With Rebellion. And you could obviously tell the lighting and everything else that's going on. But I mean, look at that. And that's why I miss Obsidian. Cathedral does some nice things too, but at the same time, it's a much larger file I've been trying to cut down. Yeah. No, those are not mine. Those are Nesbitt's. Here, I'll show you. See? Right here. Nesbitt. This is from earlier today. This first one's still my favorite. I can't, like, the way he got the lighting to reflect off the water right here. And then, of course, the backdrop of the bridge. But then you still see the sun. I want to say rising. This might be a sunrise. Because over here would be north. This would be east. If that is truly how they do it. So, yeah. Yeah, holy moly. Holy fuck. That's what I say. So look at that. And, like, he's got a very tame. And I say tame because it's just less in the quantity of mods. But I run the same quality mods, but I think I'm just, you know, I'm doing too much. And he even told me that himself. So I'm trying to find a nice little compromise. Even here, like, check it out. You know? Simple things. You get a picture like this. Look at everything that's going on in this picture. Between, this is the smoke rising out of the brazier here, right? The water. This should be Morthal, I believe. I don't think this is Riverwood. No. But you can see the water here.
And then obviously you have the backdrop of the moon, the aurora, and then of course the farmhouse stuff, a little bit of snow, right? The woodwork, the 3D ropes, the meshes for those, uh, stonework for the chimney, the moss, the moss and ivy that you can see, and then obviously the trees in the background. Yeah, it's insane. Uh, here I think I showed this one already, but here's another one. No, it's a little harder with the water, but you can see the effect that the EMB definitely has right there. But this is the main focal point, the bridge. And if not the bridge, the near distance draw with the smoke here off these two. But I think the bridge is the main focus, and the boat too. So this is Rebellion, and this is a really nice view of it. Now this was probably a free cam shot that he took just up in the air. You can see everything here. You can see all the units that he has, right? The Watcher Stones there, and then obviously over here another Watcher Stone. There's one in this corner here. There's some in the back. And then obviously the Palace of Kings right there. Here's the little marketplace for Windhelm, right? You go up here, you go behind the house here, and then this whole section. And then back here as well. So I know this one got an update. And then things like this, I just landscape, trees, snow. I think that's a wolf right in the center right there. You can see a barrel, and then there's a little chest there. This should be Fort Peak, I think you said it was. Yep, dangerous Fort Peak. This is Fort Peak. Be careful here. You should, Mel. I haven't seen you post screenshots in a while. You need to write it. Get on that. No, I'm kidding. But I would definitely like some pics. You took some amazing freaking pictures. In fact, remember we were all only console days, which were good times, with the exception of a couple things there. But we won't get into that. There's stuff like this, you have the water, and then the shoreline here too. This I'm not sure if this is a separate mod, because most of the time it's usually just cut to one, cut to the other. Different types of shore, but the floor is there and everything, and the ridge up top across the way from, I think that's Nightgate, and then obviously, like I showed, Riverwood Grove. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to figure this out. So you pull up Mod Organizer. So yeah, like I said, I'm using it does. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. Let me just try and reactivate my Wi-Fi here. See if it lets me. Awesome. Good. So I'm using the separators. Music, I'm just going fantasy soundtrack project like I always do. It's my only one I like. I like the other ones. I shouldn't say that, but I like this one the best. So pick the one you like the best. Don't pick any. I like this one. So here's the thing. I have Immersive Sounds Compendium. Yeah, well, I'm trying to make it smaller. That's the thing. I'm trying to basically make a console load order for PC. The problem is I'm going to exceed that by at least 100 mods. Probably 150. I'm probably going to double the size. So if I have 300 or under total, That's a small load order for me. Because I look at it like this. Consoles are shit when it comes to what they can handle and what they can't. Whereas you have a lot more freedom on a PC as long as you have good hardware. You got good parts, you're good to go. So you can use more and you can get away with it. Console, you're tied into, being careful what you run. Heavy textures will cause frame drops. You run a lot of heavier mods. Like you could run wet and cold on PC, no problem. You can run wet and cold on console, and good luck. Save often. That's best advice I can give you. And that's without other things too. You're already playing a broken game on console because you can't clean the master files. So when I hit loot, you're going to see some errors, but they're going to be due to patches. You're going to see all my master files nice and clean. Right? You never clean the Skyrim ESM, but you clean Update, you clean Dawnguard, once with Quick Auto, once manually, and then Hearthfires and Dragonborn. See how they're green? They're good. There's no anything here. So if there's something I need to clean, it'll pop up. I don't have anything yet. But you can see weapons, armor. These are patches that I need. I don't have them yet because I didn't get to that part. But everything else is good. I have no errors. My only warning was from sorting. I never sort with loot, ever. I always do it manually. I take each mod here and I place it manually. Okay, same thing on this side. And I just try to keep the master files usually get up top here unless I have a specific need to keep them in the middle or wherever they're at. For what he told me he used, oh God, let's take a look. Cause let's open up another YouTube, right? Let's open up mine. Not my dashboard. This is my dashboard here, so this is me. Let's get this crap off. What is this? You're legally required to comply with the children's online privacy. It's made for kids. I don't want to go to the live. No, fuck that. Okay. So let's just go to YouTube. We'll go to mine. Mine will pop up over here. Let's go to People of Skyrim. Okay. Videos. Now, I may have to go to his playlist to find out where he's got, but he's got his, or at least part of his load order on. I'm not going to play the videos because then that might conflict with OBS, and I'm not sure if I can do that. So, let's see. This is Mortal Build. He's got a lot of videos that he put up since bringing back TPOS 2. Trying to think of which one has the shit. No, they're little bastards for the most part. Not all of them are bad. Most of them are. Most of them are just a pain anymore that I've seen. Which is why I don't have any of my own. Where the hell is it? It's one of the longer ones, right? Might be this one. Okay. Pause that. Nope. See if it's on one of the newer ones here. Not the snapshot stuff. I know it's not there. Let's check out the Muse one. Nordic Life.
Seriously, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Ew, no. He's a jerk to me. He called me a dummy. He said
We'll find it.
he said
What's up,
I
Mr.
should
B?
grab me 'cause I'm so dumb.
How's it going? Oh, you played the complete for Legendary, right? As far as I don't know. I think Nesbitt said he took down his LE mods. I haven't checked, but
What? What?
his he put up a video like that he took with, I guess, either a phone or a camera about he's been having PC issues for a while now. So
Yes.
yeah, and that was the original one. That was the big boy. Just
You think I should
oh, here, let me see. I can go to where is it?
I just tried to make a building again and it broke. Did you like them?
Yeah, complete LE version. Okay. So this is probably the one that you used for Legendary Edition. Check out the files here. Tiny bag. So he has this complete. This is even updated too up till like 2018. But wow, that's a yeah, because the file was reduced. You had 623 megabytes compared to what ours is 4 something, I think. I'm running Dynalod and TextGen for my LODs.
Guess what?
They're not nearly as hard as you think they are.
That guy, he friended me back.
And I don't know if that's I don't want to assume that that's the reason why you didn't mess with them, but I use SSC Logen my first couple plays after I built the PC just because it was a little bit easier. It was like kind of like a one step, and then that's it. And then you create the LOD file, and then that's it.
I think he'd friend you first, in my opinion.
No, but he has new ones, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let's go to not terrain, HT LODs, so that I'll get to his real quick. Actually, no, I'll just do a search. Users, okay. All right. So this is complete for Special Edition. This is the original. This is TPOS 2. Now, this is the one you're going to want to play. You're going to want the full version, which should be the main file number 1. This one here, the all-in-one. All right. You can see it's a little less in size, 478.3.
Yeah.
What it's compatible with.
What is it?
If you want to go to compatibility guidelines for the full version download area, right? Cities, towns, and villages, he tells you exactly what is free to mod and what would need patching. So like Kynes Grove, he adds new units. Kynes Grove is completely redone, right? Morthal's free. However, he just released Morthal Ages. I'll get to the separate mods in a minute, but just to show you here. Riverwood, free to mod. Whiterun, free to mod. Whiterun Outskirts, slightly modded. You can see what he's got compatible with, but you know, obviously, if there's other things that you know would be fine, it's basically on the same side where the Khajiit Caravan is, a little bit over. Rorikstead's free to mod. Dragon, so you can go all the way up and down here. Now, the main thing with this, if you're gonna do it, go to the articles tab. I think it looks like he's added a couple articles. Mostly for Xbox users who will never come to Nexus and will never read this because Xbox users are just, for the most part, idiots.
Did you get that in like a surprise container?
The ones that,
Kaylee.
and then I had this happen to me this week. I was fixing a load order, and I knew the person that I was fixing it did not read any of the mod descriptions. They just threw some shit together. So I gave them a copy of the template, and I said, fill in the mods where you think they go. Read the mod descriptions first, and when you're finished, post it back, and then, of course, we're all going to rip it apart, and we'll help you fix it. It's pretty much standard. It's how we used to do it way back when. Right? So 3.5 hours go by. user post the load order up. Not much had changed. There were probably 15 mods that were changed around. And the major stuff like cutting room floor was at the bottom, but alternate start was at the top. It was like the opposite, right? They had, I'm trying to think here, everything was out of place. Like there were textures literally everywhere, as opposed to the category with meshless textures and a lot at the bottom, right? 7 different loading screen mods and all the FPS boosters, quote unquote. So I explained to them, I said, you realize the console is capped at 30 FPS. Because it is. You don't go over 30 FPS on Xbox. You don't. No mod is going to boost that. It doesn't boost your frames. It doesn't boost your performance. It is a placebo. This is something that is known. This is known to everybody. And then, an argument happened about that. And I'm like, all right, don't want my help. That's cool. Have fun crashing. A couple days later, I got another message, still crashing. I said, I told you so. Oh, anyway. Well, that was a tangent. Sorry about that. Yeah, so he's got like patches and loader info for main file 1, version 1. Compatible mods for main file 1, version 1, or full version. Obvious mods are not here, like all. Yeah, obviously you can just read this stuff here. This is PC stuff. A lot of it doesn't apply to console. A lot of it does. So, even populated cities, load above in your loader. Forgotten city, quest mod, load above, missives, moral loot, obviously, and tells you where they go. Right. So this was done a while ago. Let's get into some other stuff. Let's back out of the actual mod. Let's go back to some more of his recent creations. Back out one more time, I think it is, right? Alright, we'll just go to his works here. User files, 45 files. That's a lot, damn. So, city mods. I've been dealing with a few special Xbox questions, I should say. We refer to them as trolls. Recently, every time one of us puts a mod out or whatever, it's the same group that come in and think they're gonna get one over on us, when, to be honest with you, I just don't care. Tim. It's not every Xbox player or every PS. I mean, I don't know why you would mod Skyrim on PS4. You buy an Xbox if you're going to mod Skyrim on console. It's not all of them. The ones that really get to me and irk me the most are ones that have been offered help from people we all know have been doing this for a long, long time. On whether it's on both platforms, whether it's been console or PC or both. And a lot of these people are mod authors. They're mod creators. A lot of them port mods over and fix them, make them better. A lot of them are just load order gurus who have been doing nothing but load order help. And they're offering free help, and these people just don't want to listen. The problem is that they don't read. And that's the majority of the console users, because they're all the questions that I see listed on my mod page. I tell you like where in your load order to put it, and then like the next question I get is, well, where does this go? What do I do? What do I say to them? Half of them I don't even respond to. What's up, Russell? Yeah, that's the thing. Here's one thing to know about console. This is totally getting off subject, but I have to mention this. You if you play on console, you're inevitably going to crash. It is almost a foregone conclusion. You are playing with broken master files, unclean files, because you cannot do that on console. You cannot clean the game's masters or DLCs. Not possible. So unless Bethesda took the liberty of doing that for you before they decided to put them on the shelves of the stores where you purchase a hard copy, or if you got it, I guess, digital through, I don't know if you can get a digital copy on console. I'm sure you can. Unless they did that for you, SOL, right? So you're already starting off with a broken game. The Creation Club update, every time they update that, they break the game further. Not by adding the content in. Not that the content's terrible. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get it, like pay for mods, but, you know. So not all of them are bad, but when the game itself updates, whether you're on PC or console, they've broken more stuff with, like, the whole landscape scene thing that was happening, like Riften, for example. That happened like 2 updates ago when they released some CC content, Creation Club stuff, and it wasn't there before. There's NPCs that don't path properly and conversations that don't trigger at the right moment when they're supposed to trigger now. We found that out through a base test of the game after that update happened, before we tested for TPOS 2. We did a base game test. Nesbitt has a whole video on it. So you're already playing with the broken thing. The crash is going to happen. Now, the logical load order template for console, there are several of them. There is not just one. You're not required to use one. They do, however, help massively. And when you get to the point where you're so comfortable enough, you can tweak it yourself to your liking, because they are not static. They are pretty flexible. They are just a pretty good guideline. Whoever the official creator is at this point, I really don't give a shit. I took one and I modified it specifically for TPOS 2. And I find a lot of people, even in my own Discord, stopped using it, and then they wound up having issues with TPOS 2. I went to all the trouble to create it because we spent weeks and weeks testing it. We took the one from Tarshana's. Well, I mean, it's not hers. She's technically not the creator of it, nor is anybody in her Discord. We used that one, and it works for the most part, but not with TPOS 2. It's a little bit different, because this mod is an animal all itself, right? Over in Sons of Skyrim, Distant Values had one. So that's the one that I was actually running for a long time, and that's the one that I kind of adapted to TPOS 2. Which is why certain things look like they're way out of place, but they're not. There's a reason I set it up that way. But if you don't run this mod, yeah, you could feel free to pick one and just get comfortable with the categories. That's why I'm doing the categories here, the separators. And they have different names. I'm going to name them whatever the hell I want, because I know pretty much where everything goes. So, Riften, this new one, this was the one that's, I mean, he already got reviewed. He already got a showcase done for City of Thieves, Guild City of Thieves, which we tested for. If I go to the images here, he only took 17 pictures. I think between Sword and myself, we took probably 400 pictures. And that was during testing on Xbox. I linked mine up in the gallery. I think she did the same with hers. But these are from Nesbitt. And you could just see. Now he's got guard armor replacer. I also use this mod. This is fantastic. If you're on PC, use this. It's so much better than the vanilla guards armors. Look at that. That's Riften. That's main city Riften. These are all you can get up here. This is the whole point. These walkways. This is where you go to. Right? And there's hidden things all over the place. You could see he even modified the bridge here just a tad, just enough, right? You got the well in the center now, the little wishing well. Let's see what else there. This was his test character, I'm assuming. Up on top of the little rampart. Make the separators pink. Can I make them pink, Tim? Oh yeah, Mr. B. Yeah, it's I've only been doing PC since late April this year. But I've been doing I've basically been playing Skyrim since 2011. Uh, I'm over the 17,000 hour mark overall since then. Modded obviously since 2016 when SC came out. I didn't mod LE obviously because I didn't have a PC at the time. If I can make the separators pink, I'll make them pink. The black just stands out a little bit, but I'll make them pink. Maybe purple or something like that. You see that's could be a trapdoor. That could be a way into the bee and barb. You know? Who knows? I don't want to give away too many spoilers there. You can see the little walkways up top here, right? And look at, I mean, the textures that he's got here. I don't know what he's running. Look at this, right? He's not running a lot of mods, but goddamn, do they look good, right? Look at this. I could sit here and look at like the roof for, a solid 45 minutes and just stare at the woodwork here. But yeah, this is one thing here that I was semi-concerned with when I got the early release of the download to do some testing. These structures here are creation kit. This is what you have to work with for the most part, right? So this here is normally open. Now it's not. There's little places to hide. Obviously the walkways, you can see the ramps going up to the top. There's little, hidey holes all over the place. You can see it come down here over to the ledge, and then of course over this way here too. His interior, obviously he's running TPOS with this, so you can see the paintings and the clutter and everything like that. You get some rain here, which looks pretty cool, right? There's pull chains here. You could hit these and activate them. I couldn't find a use for them yet, and he didn't tell me. So I'm not sure if they're for aesthetics or if it's something when you join the Thieves Guild. I'm not 100% on this. But they have the pull chain sound to them, so. But they don't actually move. This doesn't move up and down. Down here in the canal, these little storage areas have been added. You can see the hanging moss out front. You can also hear my niece getting yelled at in the background. So yeah, so other things that I was thinking about with this one. I mean, this is set up perfectly for a thief character. This is a special area up top here. If you get up there, there's an NPC up there. I'm not going to give away spoilers, but it's personal, but not to me. You can go in Discord and ask Sword about that one. Yeah, the textures they're gorgeous. He's just running Noble as far as I'm aware, which is what I have as my base. So, but there's just something else. He's got to be. I think he's running his own farmhouse textures, and I think they're adapted with a couple of different other things put in. Because I know I run ours farmhouse, just because I personally think that's the best. I mean, that's the one I like the most. I've used a bunch of other ones, and there's a couple add-ons too. I think I already have them installed. Maybe I don't. Let's see. Do I?
All right. You have 10 minutes.
No. I was thinking of Rudy's Nordic Runes. Okay, so no, I don't have them installed. Not yet. You can see
Haley, I only have 10 minutes.
Mr. Brynjoff here chilling.
How many minutes do you have?
What else? Yeah, the guard up top. So this is out back. The Thieves Guild is actually, if you look under where my little hand, my cursor is, the Thieves Guild entrance is right in that area. This is out back. The Shrine of Talos is right basically beneath here. This is all above it in the back.
Are you gonna be in the basketball?
This gate is locked. There is a guard posted here, right? Some other things here, some other.
We're gonna stay in seat 16.
And you can jump on top of the building so you can see all the videos. So that's one. So So that's the Riften one. That's the new one. And then obviously if you're looking for file size, it's 5.3 megabytes for all that.
I'm gonna have a surprise for you for your birthday. I'm gonna have a surprise for you for your birthday.
Right, 5.3 megabytes. All that, 5.3. I think it's even less for console. Unless he did an update. I think there's... Oh, yeah, here's the update file. So you're going to want main file 1, and then you're going to just
A whole big thing.
overwrite it with the update version 1.0.5.
Which one's your favorite out of these three?
Just get here. Yeah, apparently YouTube's not liking me too much today. It's just buffering and buffering. And now I can't even see chat. Chat's not even showing up for me.
Alright.
What the hell? There it is. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Nope. Yep. All right. There we go.
Are you having
Chest
a
back
snack?
up.
Because we're going to bed.
All right,
Tell
Mel.
me
We'll
when
see you soon.
When we're ready for bed, that you're hungry. Don't.
Yeah, Ren, that's what I did too. I took out SRO. Here, I'll show you what I have. So, SKSE, obviously. For my core and my foundation stuff, right? Like I said, a lot of SKSE plugins, UI stuff, patches, fixes,
Yeah.
all these, Sky UI, iHUD, Immersive HUD. I don't have Dear Diary on here because I don't believe I'm going to be using it with this character. I wanted to. Too big of a size for menu. Yes, it looks really good. I actually settled on Elsopa's Sky UI colored icons. Let me see if I can open Nix. No, I don't open it. Do this. What is it? Nexus. So you can see these are the color tab icons. I like this. I think it's pretty simple. They're not too over the top. And I think it's... How big is the mod? I don't know. It's small. It's a small file compared to 340 megabytes of Dear Diary. So... Yeah, I never had any issues with SRO. I just know that it pretty much gets overwritten by everything else if you follow that guide. You can run it by itself, and I did. And what I did is I actually did a test. I just had SRO in. Basically, I added Obsidian Weathers. I had a grass mod. I had SRO and Noble Skyrim. Or no, I didn't have Noble. What did I have? Realistic Waters 2. Right. As I wanted to see the difference between vanilla and SRO. So I merged them all together. And then I did tests where I reinstalled them separately. Version 1, 2, 3, and then the update. All 4 in that order. And I ran it like that. So obviously they look identical. So you can merge them no problem. I did not notice a significant difference between vanilla and with SRO. So if it does something else besides the landscape, because that's mainly what I was looking at. Textures, meshes, and I got a little bit of interior, but I really didn't notice a lot. Coloration on some things was a little bit different than vanilla, but not enough to warrant 12 gigabytes of space or whatever it is. So I said, you know what, that's going to be it. I took it out. Because normally that would go large texture mods right here. It would have been right above the particle patch. So like I said, I am following part of the Nordic guide, but I'm also going to cut down a lot of stuff. You can already see that I have Noble. I have SMIM, Static Mesh, Runes Clutter, and enhanced texture detail, right? So those are staples. Noble Skyrim, obviously. Blended Roads, and then Wine Dave's Blended Roads Redone. This is fantastic. I cannot speak more highly of a mod that makes such a big difference in the entire game for not even... Let's see. Let's just go visit on Nexus.
Molly, where are you?
Wine Dave, if you get a chance to use his mods, absolutely do it. Endorse this guy.
Molly, are you in there?
His stuff is fantastic. He doesn't even have a lot of images up, right? So this is the roads. So you're looking over here, right? On the right-hand side. Like with blended roads, you would want to choose the really blended option. You would place his mod directly underneath it like I have it on mine. But it also affects some of the stonework. So you can see this here, right? It's kind of got a weathered look to it. Here's the stonework. Again, this is the optional bridges, right? So right here. And each hold is going to be different. Well, I can see white runs right here, but like look at this. Completely different than in blended roads by itself. And I absolutely love. He must have great forest of white run. I think that's what's in the background. But that looks beautiful. So there we go. Description. So you can see here different roads for different areas. This is the reach. Here you go right here. This is what I was looking for, right? Here's Whiterun. Here's the reach. You can see the coloration of the rocks. Totally different, right? Solstheim. Supposed to, I want to say, like between snow and ash. Look at, and like the rift too. Look at this. It's even a little bit darker. Not to mention parts of Falkreath, and then up north, obviously, with the snow. You can see the snowy ones look like this. Here's the difference between blended roads and redone. If you look directly at this rock right here, right, from blended roads, that's with the really blended version in the foam mod, and then you look at his, and you see the detail. Look at the detail in that. This is a side-by-side comparison, right? That's very, very freaking noticeable. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and I am too, Tim. I'm running his landscape, which begins with S, which I still cannot pronounce. I know it got showcased recently. I think I have it added. Yeah, it's for the next one in. Septentrional. Right? Let's go visit this one. So, I wasn't really sure on this at first. I had SRO with Noble overwriting it. And, you know, mixing and matching things with like grass, flora. So I'm like, all right, well, if I have a base landscape, that's going to be too much. And I'm not using Skyrim Flora Overhaul. I was running Matthys 3D trees and plants. And then I had Matthys 3D landscape, which is what I think I'm going to go back to. Maybe. But this landscape is absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't try to do too much. It's very, very detailed while not doing too much. It does more than enough, but at the same time it's subtle. It's hard to explain what it does, but it's very appealing. It's very organic. I mean, it's kind of what you'd expect. I think this is joy perspective here. That's why you can see the feet. This may coincide with the shoreline mod too. The shoreline mods. Oh, so Dirt 2 with blended roads redone. So you can see the landscape right here with the blending, where the two textures meet on the sides. The reach. Right.
I'm not gonna stop talking to her.
I got news for you.
The problem that I noticed with this one is, well, you can see here the extreme cut with the rocks or mountains, and even with his, sometimes it's there. But I think there's a couple fixes for something like this. If there's not, there might be something on his mod page.
that is a fix for that.
She stole
But-
my chair.
I mean, you can see for yourself. This is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, gorgeous landscape. Sometimes a little bit too much of the green on the rocks, but you know I'm okay with that. Dead. Look at that. He's ruining. He's sullying the nice landscape we have. Yeah, I think there was. What is it? It's Cathedral Landscapes. And LGO, like the grass mod, right? No, I think they're all packaged in one, and then there's separate modules for each.
But so I'm using that. His Northern Shores. Again, a small mod, but let's see. That might have been Solstem. So you can see the shoreline. That's what it does to the shoreline. So instead of being nothing, you have a little bit of diversity. You have rocks. You have obviously plants. You can see right there how it comes up. More rocks, less foliage. That actually looks pretty nice. Look at that, the sand. Crazy mods, right? Like, and don't even get me started on his snow. Where is it? Do I have it? I have to have it. Hyperbian Snow has taken its place as my #1 snow mod, beating out Nordic. Beating out Nordic handily. Right here. It also has like pre-walked on areas. So, I mean, you could see. And I'm curious. Now, here's the thing. I was going to do a setup with Winter Overhaul. Was it Winter Overhaul 2019? I wanted to use that mod with TPOS2. Obviously, I wouldn't be running a landscape. I wouldn't be running a tree mod. I wouldn't be running a grass mod. However, the problem is that while it does cover everything in snow and make everything barren as befitting of a northern province like Skyrim, the snow, and regardless of which snow mod I used, and regardless of whether or not dynamic, was a better dynamic snow, BDS, right? The snow itself is like patchy in places. It cuts out, and when I say cut out, it is a hard cut. To where it's very, like, to me, it is very noticeable. You can see here with Dave's Hyperbian Snow. This is very reminiscent of John Rose's snow that he includes in Skyland, where you already have footprints in there. And because the footprints mod was taken off BethesdaNet for console quite a while ago, if this ever gets ported, this is the next closest thing. Because, I mean, like I said, John Rose already has it in his Skyland. Comes with his snow. This is just a separate option. And with obviously you can see the weathered footprints. Can't speak. And that's a very nice tunic. Ooh. It is a very nice design, actually. Gives me an idea. Anyway. It's beautiful. And then obviously places where nobody's traversed is pristine. And when I say pristine, when the sun hits off this, there's no glare in your face. You know how some snow mods, when the light hits it, when it's like sunny out in the middle of the day, your player character is kind of blinded because all you see is that bright freaking white and it's annoying as hell. Not with this. This is very subtle. You still see the shadows.
how it looks here will look in your game with the sun hitting it. Just like this. See how it's not too bright? And yet you can see the shadows here in the center. This is how it will look. And I think he's running Matthews as well. With Nordic, see this patch right here that seems to be brighter? It's like five or six times brighter with Nordic. It's so blinding, it's ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. It's beautiful mod, beautiful mod. Wine Dave is on Gamer Poets. I don't know if he's on right now. If he is, go over there and say hi. Tell him thank you. Anyway, so I've kind of rambled. Sonar, what's going on, bud? I cannot say that 3 times fast. I'm just catching up. I'm catching up now that my phone, I had to take the Wi-Fi off. What the hell am I doing? I'm supposed to be doing load order stuff. I'm supposed to be doing boring stuff that nobody wants to watch. And now Rooster shows up. All right, everybody scatter. Let's stop talking about him. Here he is. What's up, buddy? How you been? I'm supposed to be doing boring load order stuff, and I get caught up on tangents, and then I'm showing off Nesbitt's new mod. You know, we're going through the images, and then I'm going back in Discord and I'm looking at like the new stuff he put up, and you know, he's got like 110 mods, and like here I'll show you, and he puts this up. So clearly, I'm the one doing something wrong. Glad to hear you're doing fine. That's good to hear. Chicken with the stick up his ass. He loves your Rooster. Oh boy, look at this though. I mean, I'm serious. I'm doing something wrong on my setup. I used to think my setups were good. I liked them. Apparently, other people seem to like them too. But when I look at this, it's like he cut his mods down by like 300, like 250 to 300 from what I have, and it still looks this good. So less is more. Obviously, he is right. Right. I mean, damn. There's rebellion for you. This is fantastic, you know? To see him sitting there on the, what is it, like the dock? Oh, this might be on the top of Riften. No, this can't be on the top of Riften. He's got to be sitting on the dock because there's the water there. Okay. That might be outside Riften. I don't know. I mean, come on. That's... Jeez. It's insane. All right, I got to be doing load order stuff. So let's jump into that. Okay. Just checking the Discords. All right, let's get that off, and let's get that off. We were doing some other stuff. So like I said, I keep Nordic and Yashed up kind of as reference points. Like I said, I also have my old mod list from my Argonian Necromancer. Yeah, Rooster. That's probably 100% right there. And that, I think that was the funk that I got myself into. The reason why I haven't touched Skyrim in, it's probably over 2 weeks at this point. I've been doing Enderal. I've been doing a Let's Play of Enderal, right? Which I should still have up. I don't think I deleted it, right? Did I? Nope, I still have Enderal right here. Bam. Which I may actually get into. I know I said I was going to split half and half because Ren was asking me earlier about it. So I may just forego the load order. I'm off tomorrow, so I don't really need to be doing this tonight if I don't want to. I might just jump right into Enderal after this. So I might just go off and talk a little bit more about what I was planning on doing. This is my old setup. without TPOS, without any invasive spots. Now, this is the only reason why I was like this is because I was waiting for Riften to come out. And I wanted to do something in the meantime, but I didn't want to play my vampire character. So I created the Argonian Necromancer, and I'm like, well, I'll just stick with Ordinator, and I'll try to do the necromancy tree that way, but just with the reanimated undead, but not the created skeletons, the bone path, right? Ordinator does a really good job with conjuration, but it definitely needs tweaking of the bones, because having each bone weigh, have one weight unit, or I guess it's pound, or however they want to refer to it as, it count one, right? It adds up really quick, and you really don't get the more powerful skeletons till you're really high level conjuration. So, unless you're continually casting Soul Trap, like Soul Cloak, to have on the autocast if you run Okado's Recital, is fantastic for soul gems. You can do all the enchanting all day, but you'd still need to actually Soul Trap. That's what really raises your level. You can reanimate undead, but at a certain point, raising those corpses is going to become basically a moot point, and you're going to need them. So I tried it like that, and this was the setup that I had, and this looked really good. I was combining right here these two, JK Skyrim, the all-in-one, and Dawn of Skyrim. And when I tell you this is an amazing freaking setup for PC, if you guys haven't at least tried this yet, there is a patch for it, obviously, right? It's the JK Dawn of Skyrim's patch, and JK Skyrim, this is the towns. This should be the grass landscape fix patch. Definitely try this combo out. I think, Rooster, was it you that just did one with both of those? Or I think you said you were going to test them. So I was using this as kind of a tempo. This actually turned out really, really well for me. I had 2 crashes this play, and I think the character got to level 22. And the reason is because of the damage over time spells in Ordinator. I thought it was a console thing that made them crash, but it's apparently just that. I never had any issue with any other spell mods except for that. And no other spells, nothing else from Apocalypse. But the disease restoration spells in Ordinator itself, like when you hit level 40 and you take Necromanticon. Yeah, JK Skyrim and Dawn of Skyrim. Didn't you say you were testing them, Rooster? Or you were going to try them out because you saw mine? You saw the pictures? They're the two city overhauls. So basically you're going to have one pretty soon, because I have to stick to it for the story. I can't just be changing my loader up mid-story. Yep. Yeah, and I loved it, and that's what the setup I did here. And I absolutely freaking loved it. I was a little less on the UI stuff, though. I don't think I have Dear Diary in here, but I'm not 100% sure. But there's some stuff I just can't play without anymore. That was the first time I was running the skill encapper too. I decided I was going to stick with that. I do like it. It slows my character down. I'm not constantly leveling up. And what else? I was running SRO. I'm not going to be this time. I'm going to be changing it up completely. But everything else was Wine Dave's, his Blended Roads, Landscape Northern Shores, then his snow, his mountains. Where are they? Probably further down. Dave's Mountains. I ran Northern Grass. I ran Cathedral Weathers for the first time ever. And I'm on the fence about running Audio Overhaul again. That's actually really cool, Mr. B. I'm definitely gonna have to check that stuff out. I think I know I'm definitely subbed to you because I think I just got an update. Was it? It must have been today or was it last night? I don't know because I remember I was over in Couch Warrior stream for Unpledged last night. But then today I was at work and my phone was going off. We were just slammed. We had 3 people all day, and we were just I couldn't breathe. You know, I had a hard enough time finding time to run into the bathroom just to use it for that reason. You know. And then when I did, I'm like, well, I'm in there. And I'm like, well, shit. I may as well. We have the fan on. I may as well just smoke a cigarette that way and not have to go outside. I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But I'm definitely gonna have to check that out, though. I like UI stuff. I like diversity in that, which is why I'm probably gonna re-add back in Dear Diary. But as of right now, I kept it off just because it's a larger mod, and I'm gonna see how it plays without it. I mean, I've used it before, and I love it. But we'll have to see. This was obviously set up for a different character, but a lot of the stuff is the same. But I wound up running Enhanced Vanilla Trees, which I hadn't run in a while. And for this setup, it came out great. But for TPOS 2, I'm definitely going to go back to Matthews. That was the plan. We are at... Let's go back to Athralure. We're down to Stallroom Source. What was I doing here? I was doing some stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we're not even close to that yet. I think I had just finished some of this stuff. Yeah, we're on Dying to Lod. We're on the Lod stuff before we get to Legacy. So yeah, Dying to Lod, Resources SE. Let's see. Let's grab some of this while we're here. I think this one had an up. Oh yeah, it was October. All right. Now, Rooster, since you're here, Dying to Light patches. This is for. Yes, this is for Skyrim, not for SE. Read. Okay. I always hate when there's optional files like that. SE. And I have Papyrus utility. Okay. And we'll go core. We'll go everything here. And desync. I should probably make another, what the hell are these things called? Separators? And it's still going freaking crazy. Look at that. Huh. And just HD LOD textures. They're the only 2 I'm going to be using. So here's another question for you, Rooster. Thanks. The Dying to Light only version? I think I asked you this once before. I forget, and with my memory issues, I keep forgetting. Then I feel bad that I keep asking you. I'm only running Dying to Light and Text Gen. They're the only 2 I'm using. Would I grab the larger file, the SE 9.1K, or Dying to Light only? Yes, I'm doing. Did you see the separators? Yes. Take a look. And Tim wants me to make them pink. Or was that Mel that said that? They probably both agreed on it. Yeah, you see them there? I named them different shit. You know, they're not named. They're named what I want them to be named because fuck that, it's my game. So I'll name them what I want. Yeah, separators. And I'm still on the fence about adding in audio overhaul with immersive sounds. We'll have to see. Salmon. Can we make them salmon? Let's see if we can change the color. Hold on. Oh my god, you can.
Leave your device in the kitchen
You guys never should have told me that. Is salmon a color?
and go and brush your teeth.
Hold on. Well, I kind of like this one. It doesn't say, it just says pink. Well, shit, I'll just use this one. Oh, it doesn't default for all of them? Oh, well, that's retarded. I don't like how it adds the line, like, all the way through, though.
Want me to shut this big light off? Morning. You want the big light off? No. Molly, get your teeth brushed.
Going.
And if you tell anybody... No, I'm kidding. Yeah, let's make them all pink. That way this will throw people off. Alright, there. How's that look? It's a little on the pinker side. Not quite salmon, but we're going to leave them like that. And I don't know why this one looks like it's different. Hold on. Select color. Yeah, it's the right color. Okay, cancel that. Just looks different. I don't know. Anyway. The next one I create will be that color. Okay. FA8072. Really? Hold on a second here. It would be the HTML, right? Is that am I reading that right, Mr. B? Or can I just type that in? Just type it in, so it'd be pound FA8072. Let me try that. Or I don't even know. Hold on. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's... Oh, I have to do it for each one? Can I save it?
Grandma,
Just... Oh, hold on.
one time, Mr. Peters walked out of the room and I stood up and did the chicken dance.
Copy.
Did anybody school on you?
No, everyone started laughing though. I was up like, I went up.
Alright, yeah, we'll go with salmon. How about that? That's not bad.
You just take this off.
Yeah, the pink was a little much.
Get your teeth brushed. I'm checking.
Oh, I forgot large texture mods, too. Oh, it's already there. Sweet. Try reset color. Select color. Oh, it just defaults to black. Alright. You're watching me literally change my separator colors from pink to salmon. Who would have thought this would have ever happened? Oh, come on. Did I do that wrong? Of course I did. No, reset color. Behave. There we go. Okay, salmon it is. So now they'll all be salmon. That actually looks pretty nice. Rooster, why didn't you tell me to do this sooner? Jeez. I'm kidding with you. Rooster's been after me to do this for like months now. He's been like, use the separators, you'll see why. Well, I see why now. Better late than never, I guess, right? Okay. What are we doing? We're Dynalud resources. And all right, so HC LOD textures. I think this is the one. What did he say? Let's go back up here. Let me consult with Yash. Yeah, we'll go to LOD. Where is LOD? LOD's right here. SE. Bind to LOD only. Okay. And that's what we're doing. This topic. It's weird though because I mean you see the obvious difference in file size and the contents, right? I would assume that this one here is if you're running, yeah, it says 100% with compatible and, so it's this and this. And I'm running TextGen and Dindo. Okay, so that makes sense. Let's do that. It's running a little slow on me today. Apologies. I cleaned up some stuff, but... Oh my god, that looks salmon too. Was that... Hold on a second. No, it's red. Okay, it's just because everything else is kind of... Wow, losing my mind. The green looks out of place now. Alright, so are we doing anything else with LODs? Let's... Let us consult. Not Majestic Mountain slots. I'm running Dave's. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. I get caught off on tangents all the time. It's just like, go fuck yourself. I'm still dying about that. That's great. Oh, what the hell am I doing? What else? Let me check my, and I don't think, I think it was, I don't need indistinguishable billboards. Wow, I can't pronounce that. I was able to pronounce it 2 hours ago, but not now. We're jumping right into Legacy. Quest. Legacy, the big boy. Main mod 1. Yes. And we also want update file. Yes, we do. Patches will be done later. And they will take quite a while. I do not have fiber, so apologies. Oh, and it's in salmon too. Look at that. Yep. We'll just wait for, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know. I think I'm going to do this. I am going to cut the load order stuff after Legacy. I'm going to install Legacy. And the update, I'm going to overwrite it. I am off tomorrow. So what I think I'm going to do is, like I told Ren earlier, I'm going to split my time between this and Enderal. Looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install Legacy. We'll get it activated. I don't think I'm going to go any further with that. I'm going to take about a 15-minute break so I can grab something to drink, put some coffee on. And then I'm going to load up Enderal, and then we'll get into the play. We'll get into the actual game. We'll continue on what we've been doing. So Legacy is installed. Update. You look good too. We're going to merge you. Yep, beautiful. 4.1.6. All right. You know, that does look good. I guess here's the main question. And maybe I'll just do this one before I go. Audio mods right here. Now, 2 guides have audio overhaul and ISC, immersive sounds. 2 other ones have one of the two. Like one has immersive sounds, one has audio overhaul, but not paired up. When I did my last play, I combined them. And I've been using immersive sounds for so long, it's basically vanilla to me. So I wanted to add just audio overhaul, and then I'm looking at all the patches for it, and then I actually had it installed. I may have it down here in the uninstalled. No, I think I deleted it. Okay. Anyway. Anybody run one or the other or both together? And what you liked about it, what sounds seemed different between the two? The thing I wasn't keen on was all the patches for audio overhaul. When it came to the plugins, like I said, I'm trying to keep my plugins down as best I can. I'm not loading everything up that I have on that list. That list is an old list. I mean, it's not an old list, but it's my most recent list. But we're trying to go simple. I'm gonna go as simple as I can. If I can add a texture here or there that makes it look better, I'll do it. So, I know Gopher's running audio overhaul exclusively on his Leonard play. I didn't see immersive sounds listed on his mod list, and he's not even running a lot either. You like audio overhaul better, Tim? I haven't. I'll be honest. I have not run audio overhaul itself. I have run it with ISC, and I've run ISC basically since console when I got it in 2016 when it was available. When Immersive Sounds Compendium came out for console, I've been running it nonstop ever since. And I think the other one was Sounds of Sky. Here's the other thing. Here's the other one. Sounds of Skyrim, right? John Rose uses this one all the time. And I wondered why. Let me take a look at this. All right. Complete. He runs the Complete. This is one I've not used, and it's not a large file, right? 128 megabytes. I was reading the description. John likes this mod. I've not used it, and I'm not sure how compatible it would be with one of the other two. Or if it does everything that they do by itself just for less. I'm not sure if that's the best way to explain it. So Rooster likes Sounds of Skyrim. I mean, I get it. Like, it includes a lot. Like, look at this. 115 sound effects to add life to the dungeons. See, this is something I would consider absolutely using over those two. But, I mean, like, the... let's see what else. Hold on. Let me just reread this. Because I read this, and then it didn't seem like it was as much as I could have wanted. And then I was going to go to the posts and just... But I had the feeling it's going to be, like, bug stuff or whatever. Did I see a video here for it? No. I'm sure there is one. I'm sure somebody's definitely covered this. There's no video listed here. The text installed needed patches. Let's just... Hold on. Let me just take a look at the files. Sometimes I can actually decipher what's in here and what's not. Patch for Cathedral. Climate to Tamriel. Alright, so all the weather patches here. Open Cities, Obsidian, RL Up. True Storms, Vivid, ELFX. Wow, that's a lot of patches. Luminosity, Immersive Citizens, ELE. And like I said, I am planning to use ELFX and ELE in EMB Lite. I know Rooster will be happy to hear that. Yes, I am going to be running EMB lights. I'm going to try and grab all of them, or I'm going to grab at least as many as I can. I think there's like one or two that I keep off. I do both. I would do both what Ren said and what Soner said. So there's days where I just want to get in and play, and I don't want to have to think about modding, which was kind of this past week, which is kind of why I'm doing Enderal, right? But now that Riften's out, it started giving me that itch. Once I got back on Xbox to test it, I realized how much fun I used to have just testing mods. That's literally all I did for like 2 years straight when I couldn't walk. I would find the most new mod that looked good to me that I thought I would like, and even some that were just, crap mods. Well, I don't want to say crap mods, but stuff that other people didn't want to be bothered with to test it. And I would plug it in, and I would play, and I would test them. And I'd make a stupid character. I would make something like a I guess I can't say like a beggar's stupid, but the character had no purpose. Really, that's all he was for. He was just for testing. But I try to make that at least interesting. Like I'd make him, I don't know, not wear pants. That's pretty much what I'm famous for, not wearing pants. So the character wouldn't do it either. But getting back onto console to test that again, because it had been a while. I think the last one we really tested on console was TPOS 2 itself. And since then, like the rest of the test teams kind of picked up on that because I've been involved in like other projects. I started doing this. I started streaming things. But we had added a couple more people to the TPOS test squad. So I guess the next thing's going to be Markarth. From what Nesbitt says, Markarth is next. Even though he's already got Markarth Heights, I think the heights are going to be finished, and the city's going to be overhauled, and that's going to be all in one. Unless the heights fix is with TPOS 2 because that's where it's in the mod, and then Markarth is going to be its own entity. But I guess from what he was saying earlier in Discord, like his Discord, that's it. That's going to be the next one. So anyway, I'm not really settled on a sound mod yet, so I'm going to leave it at that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to make some coffee, and then we're going to get into some Enderal play because that game is the tits, and I love it. So be right back.
Okay, let me just make sure the mic is good. This is my headset mic now. Swapping over. Live scene. Let's get to game capture. Let me minimize this a little bit. And we will take down the guides because we don't need them. I will take down, I'll leave my window up. I'm going to leave some of this stuff up because I'll probably do this later. Let's swap over to my Enderal profile and Enderal itself. Start. And I wonder if my stream is not liking me right now. Give me 1 second. It's always it's always YouTube on my phone that does this. I know I complain about this all the time, but I will figure it out one of these days. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Ren, if you're there. I'm back. Let's get into some Enderal. Kind of been waiting to play this all day. Just make sure my setup here is good. Oops, let me grab my sticker. Which is stuck. What's up, Mr. B again? How are you? Ren? Alright. 30 saves. I'm level 15. So we're half Turanian. His name was Osirian. And he is a sneaky mage. More on the mage side. But we'll get into that. For anybody who hasn't seen him yet, I'll quickly go over a little bit about him. Really no backstory with the guy. This is what he looks like right now with some semi-mishmash gear. Kind of the Red Guard style, I guess, or Red Guard race. I tried to make him as good looking as I could. I do like the eyes. Those are default, and I kind of wish Skyrim's green looked this green. For some reason they don't. He's also kind of a spin-off of... and Ren, you could probably help me out here. When Couch Warrior did his Redguard Ashaba build, and I cannot think of the character's name, but if you look closely at his chin hair and his hairstyle, very, very similar in those regards. Obviously, the playstyle is 100% different. But that's kind of, what I envisioned with this guy. A little bit of some blonde stubble will have it look different. And then, the green eyes kind of makes it nice. So, he uses a dagger. We picked up Yarrow's Last Word dagger. This was insanely hard to get because of what I had to do to get it. I had to kill a powerful mud elemental, which required me to get out of his vision and basically hit him multiple times with the bound bow. And this was my reward for this, Yarrow's Last Word. It's a dagger. Base damage is 23, which as you can see is miles better than anything else I have in my inventory. My other dagger was the Dagger of Despair, which does a base damage of 4. And I have an increased critical hit by 5%. This is insane. This is crazy. And I'm actually going to charge this. I'm gonna recharge it back up, but just let's go with the lesser. And then maybe one petty. Okay. And that's all I can charge it with. I also have the Soul Eater's Mace. I've used this a little bit, but this basically has a very lessened version of the Mace of Molag Bal. From what I can tell, shock damage, half as much to magic, to damage health, and the soul trap. So, or maybe it's kind of like the fiery soul trap enchantment, except instead of fire it does shock and fills a soul gem. So that seems a little bit more. I haven't really used this yet, and it weighs 18.
So that's kind of a lot. We picked up Korra's sword during the last mission. I'm not going to use this sword, and I'm going to sell the cultist sword. Because I thought this was rare, because I only found one of these, but it's got crap damage, and it's crap value, so... Yeah, you know, that's exactly it, Mr. B. Let's look around. I have no mods installed on Enderal, by the way. Let me preface it with this. I am running the base Enderal and then the free DLC that we got on Steam, right? I have absolutely no mods whatsoever except from what this game comes with, which is SKSE, SkyUI, an E&B or a Reshade. I'm not sure which one they went with. At this point, I'm willing to bet it's an actual E&B. And then I also noticed a couple other mods that I use, specifically like when I was in combat. There was a couple things that I saw NPCs do that I know are mods, and I like off the hand I can't think of names of them, but if I come across one again, I'll point it out. This is, yeah, you're exactly right. This is what Skyrim could have been. Let's take for example your food, right? Right from the get-go. Your food. You have to eat to regenerate your health, and then you have buffs for like your mana fungi to increase your mana regeneration, obviously. But look at the duration. It's got awesome durations, which, you know, I can kind of see, because how long does it take you to digest something that you ingest? Right? You'd want it to last a little longer than just 60 seconds. It's not how a buff works. You know, the base stuff like the crusty bread. Satiates for 300 seconds, provides a long-dated health regeneration out of combat. So you can get into combat. I guess this timer for these things stop, or maybe it continues to go, I don't know. But then, you know, and then it heals you for 6 points of health, so not a lot, you see. And it doesn't weigh a lot either. And all the weights are a little bit different for certain things. Muscle meat, apples. Apples are great, you know, in a pinch. And you can combine them. You could have like a couple apples and then take a crusty bread, and you get the longer duration plus the buffs. Stuff like that should have been vanilla Skyrim, even with the drinks. Now, I did find water. It increases by stamina, decreases stamina regen. So I don't understand how water would do that, but whatever. It is what it is. Even the scrolls are more handy. The teleport scrolls. You know, I never get rid of the teleport scrolls. I always keep them. Just because, you know, you can't fast travel in this game. You could use a Myrid. Is that it? Myrid, right? Or you could use the teleport scrolls. As far as I know, I haven't gotten far enough into the game to figure out if there's any type of teleportation spells or anything like that, but I think I read on the list that there's not. And that's... let's see. So for magic, we are basically doing entropy and psionics. Mostly entropy. I did pick up Death Breath rank 2, which I'm really happy I found. So I can combine that with Life Absorption rank 2. So while I'm damaging myself, I'm also damaging them, and I'm absorbing their health. So I'm really not seeing the downside as much as I thought I would. They're my main two. And then I'm not really I have the Ghostly Black Bear as a summon. It's kind of an oh shit, I'm probably going to take him off. But let's just take a look at my favorites menu real quick. So we did take 1 rank in Assassination. Actually, let's just check this out. Let's just go to my trees, and I'll show you guys what I have here. Okay. We're doing a very odd combination of the Sinistrope and Lycanthropy. So for alchemy, psionics and entropy. This is what we're going for. We're using sneak, light armor. I am using one-handed, but I'm not really putting any learning points into it. But you can see I have 26 learning points and 20 crafting points. I'm going to start buying some crafting books. We buffed up rhetoric to 31. Alchemy, I have to start buffing this up a lot more, and I'm also going to buff up lockpicking. These are these 3 down here for crafting. And then psionics, entropy, sneak, and light armor for my learning points. It's pretty much how I'm going. And as you can see, I'm back down to 2% Arcane Fever. And you can see my stats are sort of distributed evenly. This is not an accurate representation. I really need to start getting my Magicka up. But I found that now, at this level, I really have to be careful with certain enemies or I die quickly. That last trip that we made to kill, was it Roderick or was it Roderick Borakut or whatever? At least find him, the guy who, once you get there after you take the Myrid ride, he's gone back to Kira, but he leaves you his fortune or whatever was there. Yeah. The enemies that were outside there, the bandits and everything, they were crazy hard. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to invest any more in the stamina because I don't think I need it. I'm going to go 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 Magicka to health. At least so I can keep my health up a little bit, and then maybe once my Magicka is up to a certain point, I'll just go majority health, or I'll reverse them. But that's pretty much what we're going with right now. Sinistrope and Lycanthropy. You can see we're one away from Master of the Dark Arts here. I don't have any expert or master spells yet, but Entropic Blood, this is one I'm going to need to be taking. I haven't unlocked anything there yet. Abyss I have to take. And then we took, was it Quiet Casting right there? So Expert of the Dark Arts, I've unlocked that. We took the second rank of Devour Soul. This one's fun. No, I think, did I take all three? No, I took 2. This is an amazing ability to regen your health. After you kill an enemy, you can swap over and you can devour their soul. And by tier 3, I will absorb 30% of their health, stamina, and magicka. Right now I can get 20% of health and stamina. My magicka, my mana, unfortunately won't. But the next perk, that's the one I'm going to be taking, so I could top that out. I already have all 3 focus, so we get 35 seconds duration and 33% reduction in all spell costs with focus. Okay. And then this is the Lycanthropy tree. I basically just I unlocked Wolfblood, and then I took Portable Laboratory, just tier 1. I will eventually get tier 3. It's really hard to justify spending perks in this now, but I do like the fact that I can use alchemy on the go, and I don't have to go to a table. Careful Harvest doubles the harvest of plants with a chance of 25%. This I'll probably take at some point, but I have to get Grey Alchemist. And this one here has 3 tiers, so you can see how this adds all up. Dark Alchemist. Increases the effects of Wolfblood and Chemica. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Being a mage werewolf has been very interesting. Very, very interesting. I didn't think it was actually going to be a good combination, to be honest with you, but this was here. I had planned to do alchemy, which is up the light armor path. You can see I took 1 rank in assassination, so I get the 25-second duration, and I took suitable armor, so my light armor is 17% more effective. I also took 1 rank in Devious, so the memories of the Infiltrator. Sneaking, Rhetoric, and Sleight of Hand. Although I'm not doing any pickpocket, I like the price cut, and I like the sneaking percentage. So I have 15 now, I'll get another 12, so that'll be 27, and 12% better barter when I take the second tier. So that's another one I'm going to be taking, but I'm mainly going to be focusing on the light armor and alchemy tree. Like Sensitive Tongue reveals 2 other effects. Windwalker obviously is what it is. Stamina regen by 30%. lightweight experimenter. Poison which is applied to your weapon stays in effect twice as long. You can now create ambrosia at a spectralized table, which I can already create ambrosia. I can make my own because of the wolf blood. But that's that. So it's a very, very interesting combination. I like the death magic. I kind of wish there was a little bit more on the psionic side to use that would actually be decent. So far, I mean, Panic, they run away. Maybe I should start sell some stuff to some of the vendors. I have a lot of crap on me. Yeah, 347. So, what time is it? It is 6:31 in the morning. Now I believe, where are we at? We're at the nobles. Are we in the nobles' quarters? Yeah, we're in the noble quarters. Let's take a look around here. This should be the bathhouse. I don't want to go there. I don't think I can cross over, but we'll see. Del Mercer's estate, key required. And even I can tell with being inside town, the FPS takes a little bit of a hit. It's not that bad, but I mean, if you just look at the game, this is beautiful. Too many statics though. There's too many stuff that's just placed. So I need these guys to open their stalls, which means she's still asleep, by the way. Let's go sleep for a couple hours. Forget the name of the establishment here. Is it this one? Yeah, the Fat Leorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not open till 8. Yep. Well, we're an hour away, so let's
May your path always be even.
And Gerald here has got an amazing voice. We heard him sing before. I'm just gonna have him play me a song while I sleep. One that I haven't heard. What do we hear him sing? He played something really nice for us the last time. The Winter Sky, I think it was. Let's hear... Oh, jeez. Song of the Whisperwood.
Sure.
Potatoes gone.
I just like hearing this guy sing.
That should be it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Room for the night, boss.
Well then, you've come to the right place. The finest beds in the finest rooms, and
Sure.
our finest tavern. What else could you wish for?
I'll take it.
Music to my ears. If you need anything else, a drink, some stew, just let me know.
No. 50 pennies, though.
Safe travels.
Alright, bedroom. I think it's not this way. Is it this way?
Walk blessed.
I'd like to walk to... No, not this one. Ah, boy. Ah, there we go. Alright, which one's mine? Prince... Oh, he's the guy. No, I don't want to talk to him.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking.
Probably the one with the door open, right? This last one? Yeah, okay. Close the door. You can hear him still singing, man. It's amazing. A little bit early. Oh, we got a little issue there. I see it. Don't look right at it. It's not there. Oh, it's there too. Yep, okay. We're gonna ignore that. Sleep for 1 hour.
Well, that's just
8:13. Alright, we're good.
always talking.
A fine vintage.
Prudent boy in the righteous path. Alright. And I don't have anything like muffle or anything like that to quiet my footsteps, so. Let's get out. Let's go sell some things. Let's sell a lot of stuff. We need to sell a lot of stuff. Alright, aristocrat. Out of my way. Yeah, he looked like Nazim, didn't he? Ah, Marilla's Miraculous Mixtures, or whatever it's called. So we can get rid of some stuff. And you got a hole in the floor? She's got a bunch of them. You get a basement? Is there something I need to know about? Let's check upstairs. Ooh. I love this song here, this track. Oh, alright, I'll stay out of your stuff. Come on. Before I do that, let's eat some of my things that I haven't sampled yet, right? I'm waiting on the black claw. That was a good find. It was expensive. Bug eggs, carp, claws, dates, fish eggs. Oh shit, I needed that, the hammerbird egg. Damn it. Ah well, it is what it is, man, assaults. Okay. It's gonna hurt me a little bit, but that's okay. Marilla. Show me what you're selling, please.
What? Oh, yes, certainly.
Yes, certainly. Okay. So, I have some things for you. I think. Yeah. You can have this heavy armor and two-handed book. I don't need either of those, nor will I ever. You can also take this, and 3 water-breathing. And then, so my own created stuff says potion in front of us. You can see all the ambrosia I have. Now they're not nearly as good as the 20% ones, but they're not bad. This one's 12, this one's 8. This one's pretty good. This one's also got frost resistance. Regular ambrosia obviously is 20. Version to shock, I don't need this. Cure disease, I need to hold. The wolf blood stuff, obviously, I'm going to keep. Invisibility, I really don't need. And I don't need any, like, real stamina stuff. Never really use it. Paralysis is nice. I am going to keep these. The poisons of woe, I haven't really found attacking with my dagger all that much. Carry away 10% for 600. I don't really need it. Okay. So let's see what she has for me. And I mostly... Oh, she's got apprentice. We need adept. Let's take all 7 of them. And she's got mana fungi. I'm taking all of them.
Okay. So like I said, we let's look at the hero menu. So alchemy's 29, so we should be able to buff that, I believe. Right? There we go. Okay. So that'll get us to 36. Okay. So 32 plus 4. Okay. And then I need rhetoric and lock picking. So she's good. Thank you, ma'am. Carry on your way. We're just going to go right down the row here.
Monsieur?
Yes, sir. So, I believe this lady is the...
Oh my, now who is this? To see you here fills me with bliss.
Oh my
'Cause
god,
I can tell
I know who
just
this is.
From your eyes, you search for magical disguise. Well,
I
you
do,
can buy
yeah.
such from the stash of Emberlord and Fireflat.
Alright, so we're also keeping these. But I wonder... Yeah, let's see if I can enchant anything that she might want. The lockets I'm going to keep. The Brotherhood's robes, let's get rid of these. Let's use a common. 376. Ooh, 535. That's good. Let's get something else again. So this cultist sword I'm not gonna need. Let's absorb health for 668. Okay. The old vagrant hood is mine. This rune bow though I'm not gonna need. But they're common. And let's see. Solaris robes. The rune sword I also won't need. And the core sword I'm not going to need. Yeah, I may as well get rid of these robes while I can, right? Elementalism 180. 254. Alright. So that's all we can do there. I hate the fact that she talks in riddles.
I've seen this face, so yes, hooray! What can I do for you today?
Yeah. Show me what you're selling.
How kind of
No!
you to ask me this. The trade goes well, I can't complain. We're not my son Mirel amiss. The boy is wicked. It's a pain. From dusk till dawn, I kid you not, he plays and jests with that small brat. Instead of helping in the shop, they chase that girl's idiotic cat. That wicked child, Gaboff's her name, from Ostain her kin arrived. Her father drinks without restraint. The girl's wits, too, are much deprived.
Okay, so now I gotta ask why she talks in rhyme, because this is like the third time I've talked to her.
Oh, this one is curious. I'm sad to have to tell you this, even though I'm not furious. My secrets stay in the abyss. Blazes.
Oh my god. Yeah, that one didn't make a lot of sense there.
You're right. I didn't see that question coming, that's all. But how goes the saying, practice makes perfect? Next time I'll be prepared. The business didn't go well in the past moons, that's all. Hardly any travelers or outlanders anymore. And the arcanists of the Order prefer to get their supplies elsewhere since Grand Master Arenthiel has returned.
They all say his name
since I
differently.
have a son to feed,
Everybody
I had to
pronounces his
think
name
of something.
differently.
That tip with the rhyming came from my brother-in-law, Doral. He's with the sickle and came back from a journey to Calais just recently. He said that he visited a lecture from a Chilean merchant there. And he said that in order to be successful nowadays, one needs a, unique selling proposition. Yes, that's how he called it. Something to distinguish him or herself from the competition.
And I take it the poetry of your unique... Wait, hold on. I take it the poetry is your unique selling proposition.
Correct. I know I'm not the best poet, but I'm sure you'll remember bartering at Emberlord and Fireflash better than with that goat-faced vagabond woman Stonehand down at the market.
Down by the river. Alright, now show me what you're selling.
My wares it is you want to see. I promise you, they'll bring you glee.
Oh, jeez. Ooh, Magic of the Wind. What is this? Magic by 7. That's not all that great. Alright, what am I selling you? You're going to buy some stuff from me. You're going to buy these Brotherhood robes. Yes, you are also going to buy... Oh, those are my old ones though, aren't they? Since I'm wearing these. The Shadowy Copper Necklace. I don't use Elementalism, so definitely take that. Let's see what else. What else? Don't need empty parchment. See if we can get rid of some books for her here. Golden Forward, Inventory Ledger, Journal. Ah, the letter from Max Niceblood, okay. Night, note. Just don't really have any weight. Order. The recipes don't have any weight. Tales of the Wanderer, the well-traveled one, I like that one. So the Butcher of Ark we have to keep. So I found 1, 2, 3, and 9. I keep the Disciplines of Magic, Entropy, and Psionics on hand just because those are the two skills that I'm focused in. Normally I would keep all the books, but and you know, the letters to Core, they were from a quest, so I mean, we'll have to go to a general merchant to get rid of the rest. Let's just see what else she's got. The defense robe. I gave her one of them already. I gave her that one, rattle robe. So it's staves. All right, we're looking for psionics. She's not gonna have that. We could get some more alchemy books, but I think I'm going to spend them elsewhere. Spell tomes. Let's look at the tomes. I think I'm all set on magic. Yeah, Death Breath rank 1, Detect a Life. I have Elixir rank 3. We're not using any of the element stuff, so no fire, flame, or fire, frost, or shock. Life absorption rank 3. I don't need 6. We do need 1. That's a good find. Awesome. Mage Light? Let's take Mage Light. We'll buy one of these. Rank 2 we'll take. That could come in handy. I'm kind of sick of keeping the torches on hand. Silence. This is psionics. You move. Ooh, there we go. There we go. She does have some good stuff. Telekinesis. Oh, yeah, we're eating all this up. Turn Undead rank 2. Lost one's up to level 14. Flee. Water breathing. Oh, she had some good books. And, alright. We should be good on that. Let's learn those. And let's figure out a new setup. So life absorption rank 3. We got mage light, silence, and telekinesis. Damn. That was a very, very nice find. So we have rank 2, which is 6. This is absorb 10. This is going to be much better. Let's get that off. Alright, so we have Death Breath rank 2. I also have Death Spark. We'll take that off. Soul Trap I have on. Okay. Chaos Nova, I don't really use it, and I don't think I have it on the hotkeys. We're definitely gonna put silence on though. What was the other one? There was one more. Oh, Mage Light rank 2. Okay. So, let's go in here. One's my dagger. It should be all the way in the bottom. So Euro's last word, that's my dagger. 2 is Death Breath, so 3 is going to be Life Absorption. 4 is Chaos Nova. 4 is now going to be Silence. Chaos Nova I really don't use. 5 is Death Spark rank 2. 6 should be Psionic Push. 7 is Summon Ghostly Bear. Psionic Push, I'm going to change that up though. Let's see here. Let's go back and take a look real quick. Yeah, like Chaos Nova I wasn't really using. 11 points. Its damage rises by 13. Ooh, hold on. Right, by 13%. For 10% of your current health lost, so. It's nice, but it's, you know. Okay. Back to the favorites. I really don't have anything else I want to put on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is bear. What am I looking at? 1, 2, 3. Silence is 4. Death Spark is 5. There's 6. We'll keep it on 6. So let's see. So we have Muffle now. And I don't have enough mana to twin cast it. But I think even a single cast, right? Yeah, it gives me 3 minutes. So we're gonna have to get our magic up. Alright. Oh, that's beautiful. And that's the push. And there's my long Death Spark. Okay. And then obviously there's my lovely little dagger. So let's F5 that shit because that was amazing to find. We're going to be doing a lot more stealthing, I think. Have a good one, Mr. B. Thank you for stopping by.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be an adventurer, and I'm gonna explore the entire
Alright, Gaboff.
My friend.
Alright. So, let's see. Alright, but show me what you have in stock.
Certainly. Just take your time.
I plan to. I also plan to sell you some things that I do not need. This cultist sword, for instance, I do not want it. Iron arrows, you can take the core sword. Well, I have spectral arrow. I don't need any arrows anymore. So, because I don't have a bow. Oh, I do have the rune bow, but I'm going to sell that. And the rune sword. Let's get rid of all the arrows. Except for the Eterna arrows. I don't know why, but I want to keep that. Dagger of Despair, you've served me well, friend, but time for you to be off. And let's see what else. Let's get rid of some of the books. Knight, I know some of these I'm not going to need. We'll keep the recipes. Tell the Wander, the well-traveled one. Butcher of Arc I need to keep. Treasure map I'll keep, and I'll keep that one. Emerald, I could sell you this, right? Quicksilver, Quill. These Shadow Steel ingots, I'm still not sure I'm going to need them. Silver ingot I don't need. Toolbox, I don't know where I picked that up. The weird gem. I may hold on to this for a while. Yeah, you can see I've already cut my weight down. A lot of it's alchemy stuff, and a lot of it is... Well, Soul Eater's Mace. Obviously, there's some other stuff here I can get rid of. But let's see what he's got. Let's take a look first at his books. No sneak? Oh, you do.
Take care.
Yeah. So sneak is 23, 24. So we need 2 apprentice, and then a bunch of
Men, that's just how they are.
Of course.
Of course. He's got rhetoric too. Let's go for the sneak stuff first. So we need apprentice, and then 3 adept. So you can buy knowledge points. Let's buy that up. Oh, he's got 10 of them. Jeez. I just want 1. Let's see what else. I really wish he had anything in psionics. Nothing. We may go back into the Undercity. Oh, I didn't even see Ren was leaving. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. You could see Ren paying attention. Alright, Ren. Enjoy. I may go back to the Undercity. Because they had psionics and entropy. Alchemy, I'm still good on. Handicraft. Yeah, let's boost rhetoric up. Let me just check to see what that is real quick. 31. Oh, I need lock picking. I need at least 1. That's
Safe
what we were
travels.
doing. Oh yeah, safe travels, blah blah blah.
Of course.
Alright. Alright, so we need 1 of apprentice, and then
3 adept. Rhetoric, 3 adept. And that should be all. We'll take 3 of alchemy. Okay. So, lockpicking, 1 apprentice, and then 3. Okay. Ooh, crap. No. That should be good. That should
Safe
be all I need now.
travels.
So rhetoric's at 34. Alchemy is 39. Well, 35 technically. Lockpicking, we got the 28, so now I should be able to pick some higher level locks. Sneak, we got the 29, 28. I could do 2 more sneak and light armor. Light armor 17. I really need to buff that up. But I'm down to 3 crafting points, so I need some more crafting points. Let's see, what else did I get? I picked up the one. Where is it? Ah, Old Tome. Oh, okay. I see what that did. Sneak will grab 2 adept if he has them. We want a bunch of light armor. Oh, he's got 3, so I can only get 3, can't I? They should be learning points, not crafting points. Alright, let's go for 2 sneak and then light armor. If he's got them.
Nice.
Oh, wrong one. This one.
Of course.
Wow, they're expensive. I need the adept ones first. We'll find them. Light armor should be apprentice 3. Okay. Okay. That's about all we're gonna do, so.
Take care.
So light armor's at 20. Okay. We should be fine for now. I just hate, well, we're gonna have to do some more things. Let's take a look at my quests. Art of Combat. I can't do that yet. We can go back to the Undercity, talk to Rash, or we could fight in the pit again. This should definitely be interesting now that we're here. And we picked up some extra spells. Bring the key to the Fox Hands to Milbert. Okay. Milbert was... Where was Milbert? As soon as we came into Ark, he was at the West Gate. Okay. Alright. So let's go to the... Let's find a signpost. We'll go to the West Gate. We'll find Milbert because I have the key. Main gate, where is the West Gate? Undercity main gate. Ark Southern Quarter, Ark Harbor, Temple. Try the main gate, that might be it. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, put me out here. Okay. Well, what the hell is this? Let's see. Oh, watchtower. Well, it gives me XP, I guess. And I don't think I needed that, but, you know. Whatever. I'll take your pennies. And it's nice that that's nice and quiet. Okay. It's GTFO. Oh, I got the nice little, Oop, do I see a bird's nest? Yes, I do. One hammerbird egg. So we gotta find, what, 5 of them? The biggest hunt ever. 5 hammerbird's eggs for the tower's vicinity. So I had one and I accidentally used it to eat. They're probably all up on top of, oh jeez. Come on, get up. Don't do this to me. They should all be in this vicinity here. Up on trees. Oh, you moved, you little bastard. Gotcha. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Death magic is amazing. Especially doing it from stealth. Alright, let's try and find these eggs for this guy. We'll do this one first. I'll try and get this taken care of. I hate having all these quests just pile up in my journal. I can be a little OCD about it. Oh wow, that puts them down really quick. Empty. See how well it works on bandits. Damn. That was definitely a nice pickup. Wolves, eh? Is that a bear I hear? There he is. Oh wow, he's going down quick. Nice. Very nice. And a nice claw. Ice claws are always welcome. As is mana fungi. Actually, let's take that ice claw and the mana fungi. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Come on, boys. You can play with my bear. Take the wolf pelt. Go ahead, get him. Nice. Was I in here? I think I was in here. Yep. Okay. So, yeah. Eggs. Let's see. See, I get a little bit of stutters around here, but I don't lose any frames. It's the weirdest thing. I wonder if it's just because it's on the LE engine. Or not the engine, the LE version of the game. And I can see where these birds are taken off from. I would assuming that's where they would have nests. One random horse. Steel horse. I just hate it how some of them are very, very obvious, and then the rest they make you search everything. You'd think they'd be in trees, but nope. You guys really don't want a piece of me. Alright. Yeah, well, alright. I don't feel like searching for these eggs all freaking day. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I get that same vibe too. Yeah, and you know, mine's pretty good. It's not top tier. I have an i7 9700K Intel. The motherboard's an Asus ROG. Model I can't remember. It's brand new though. I have 32 gigs DDR4, 3200 RAM, RTX 2070 GPU, and two Samsung Evo 2 terabyte SSDs. It's liquid cooled, an EVGA 650 watt 80 plus gold power supply, and RGB everything. So it handles it well, but it's weird. I'm assuming that's how Legendary Edition's performed. Now I haven't played Legendary Edition on PC yet. I'm really tempted to, mainly for the fact that I've had such a bitch of a time trying to get Percus Maximus. with its special edition port and the patcher to work, because it does not want to patch for anything. I don't know if it's because of all the updates to SKSE, but it's one of those things where it constantly says I've got missing masters when I don't. And I've been over it like 50 times to try and sort it out. The only way I could have solved it was I had to take off all mods that had any type of patch in them, including Quinn's like all-in-one patcher. And that was the only way I was able to get the Skype or the perma patcher to run. Other than that, it was a no-go. It would hit like 8% and that would kick me back out for like something like enhanced blood textures, just missing a master. So, oh, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it took me about 2.5 full years of not spending hard-earned income to save for this. This was not an easy purchase, and then it took me a whole month to actually pull the trigger on buying all the parts, building it. The monitor is a Asus 279Q. It cost me like $700 because I didn't have a monitor at the time. And then everything else is like Corsair. The keyboard's a K70, and I just have a basic Harpoon mouse, like a wired mouse. Nothing fancy on the mouse side of it. But I'll tell you, coming from console, I actually purchased a PC Microsoft controller because I was afraid of mouse and keyboard. And then, so like when I did my first setup, yeah, you can see the crab flashing over there. Look at that. Let's see if I can hit him. Yeah, when I did my first setup, I basically just forced myself to play. I think he's glitched. I don't know. Yeah, see, that's really weird. Alright, let's leave the poor guy alone. I don't feel like... That's what everybody's been telling me. I actually asked... Like, look at this here. You can see the water. Right there, see? Yeah, not 100%. I asked them over on Gamer Poets if that was the case. I said, because I know Michael from Gamer Poets did a really nice tutorial, but it was for Legendary Edition. And I go back and I rewatch it all the time, and I'm like, well, can I apply this to Special Edition, because it should just be the same. Just I know I have the 32-bit version of Java, because otherwise you can't run it. But I run it through the more heap space .bat file. Can't get up there, damn it. And
Hello.
yeah, it just, for the life of me, it just does not want to patch. I could play without. I could install Percus fine, and it plays like that, but you don't get any of the benefits of the armor value increases or decreases. Same with the weapons. Same with everything else that it's supposed to do. Like, that's the reason why, you know. But so I considered doing a Legendary Edition setup and just kind of keeping it on the lighter side. I don't know why I'm going in the south quarter. Let's go in the south quarter. Yeah, and I bought Legendary. Well, I paid like $8 for Legendary Edition. It was like $7.99. And I basically just got it for Enderal.
Walk blessed, my friend.
Erica
You look
Braveland.
disheartened, and I have just the right thing for you.
You got
A
nice
visit
eyes.
to our gallery.
No, thank you.
Dozens of beautiful paintings by different artists. Each
That
a
would be
treat
your
for the
gallery,
eye.
right? Yeah, no, thank you.
Come now, for tomorrow you may not have a chance.
No, I'm good.
Thought so. Then have a nice day.
Yep, you too. Ah, really? Oh, I see one. I see a Vin root. Let's take that. odd spot for it. Okay. What am I doing here in this quarter? Let's look at my journal. Yeah, I'm not collecting those things. Where is this guy? I already had the key. Damn it. Alright, we'll go back down. I really don't feel like doing them. And I already received Riddick Borkut's bounty, so who knows? Let's GTFO. Where am I headed to meet up with them? At the marketplace of the Undercity and bring it to... Okay. I don't know about the Heartland.
We always go too easy on this.
Alright, so let's see if Milbert's around here. I remember I encountered him as soon as I came in. The first time I came to Ark. Yeah, see, he changes. This is my current location. It really wants me to go to the Undercity. Okay. Alright. Master Brewer, huh?
Hey, wait a moment. You're the Naramis, aren't you? The Outlander.
Yeah? How do you know?
Well, let's put it this way. I have a pair of eyes here and there. And it's always good to know who comes into this city and when they do so.
So, what do you want from me? Is everybody gonna give me a quest?
You're an unfamiliar face, and this is just what I need. Let me make it short. I'm a businessman, and my specialties are the liquid pleasures. Beer, to call a child by its name. In Ark, most inns only pour 2 drinks. On the one hand, my beer. On the other hand, Rivervale Ale. Dalsarker honey wine is what they like to call that swill. Now, the thing is, the Riverville Brewery and I have a deal going. And unfortunately, the new vine dresser respects that deal as much as the Rolata respect the righteous path. Now this is why I want your help. I need someone to aid me in serving some retributive justice.
Hold
so to
on.
speak.
I absolutely love Howard, sir. I've been subbed to him for a while. He just came back. He's on LE, I think. He just picked up his Julian play. I know he was off for a while, with issues with his wrist. I guess carpal tunnel he was trying to avoid, and then I guess he had some surgeries. But man, I used to watch him all the time. After my car accident, when I couldn't walk, I had nothing to do but watch Skyrim Let's Plays, or play myself if I was in the mood. His were some of the best. I remember when he started that character off. I mean, this is going back a couple of years now. I think he has over 400 episodes, but it's on LE. And I thought when he was going to come back, he might convert over to Special Edition, but I'm just happy to see him back. Dude's awesome. Yeah, that is Perma that he's playing. I forgot about that. Holy crap. Yeah, that's why I wish I can get it to work on SE. I like it better than Ordinator, you know? I don't know, maybe I'll have to put together an LE setup with Perma. Unless they decide, I know they were talking about, they've been working on what is it? It's something in Z-Edit to basically get rid of the Java requirement for the patcher. They're gonna make you all do it all through Z-Edit, which is a lot easier to use. But that was a year ago, to a year and a half, when it was first talked about that they were gonna do it. And I know it comes up once in a while over on Gamer Poets Discord. So, you know, whether it's being worked on or whether they even care about it anymore, I have no idea. But you know, it would have been nice. But yeah, definitely, Perma's my favorite. Now, having said that, I haven't played Requiem yet. Now, I heard Requiem. I mean, I've seen it. I've watched Let's Plays with it. Same thing with Skyrim Redone. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do one with, was it Spurg? I know Gopher did a comparison video. This is probably going back years too, about the different ones. And I know Zarek Sahakaran did a comparison of the different major overhauls like that, where, you know, his favorite is Requiem. He thinks it's the best one, but he was running Perma for a couple of his character builds. And yeah, once I used it the first time, but I didn't have the patcher, so I just thought what I was seeing was normal. And then I started, you know, dig in, do some research. I'm like, oh no, you have to run the patcher. So I tried it, and I'm like, ever since then, it's like, oh, pain in the butt. Howitzer, man, that's awesome. Let's find this guy. This guy's. Where are we going here? South Quarter?
I have to remember that.
Fuck it, let's just go to the Undercity. I'm tired of... Yeah. Marketplace. We'll go right to the Undercity Marketplace. Alright.
In bed. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Move along. You're from the surface, aren't you?
Yep.
They say that Taylor Anfield came back.
Yeah, he did.
Let's hope he knows who rules this place as well as through Chesapeake.
Oh, that's a nice light, actually. I mean, even the candlelight. Well, they call it mage light here, but because it's out in front of you, it's not directly over your head. So when you walk, I mean, you get a little bit of a glare, but you know. Man, it is bright though. Wow, look at that. Okay, I take that back. I've never used Spurg, Mr. B. And I don't even think I've seen any Let's Plays with it, to be honest. That would be another one I'd be interested in seeing. Yeah, you're watching me. Ooh.
What do you want?
Nothing.
Cock at me? Just
Alright, so we are going the right way.
This is ridiculous.
It's called life, Nathalia. 30 per sheet.
A real pretty thing you are. We should spend some time together.
Ah, there it is. Call Nathalia on the dispute. On the marketplace, the Undercity witnessed a dispute, apparently because of some sort of tincture. Oh, she's right here.
Now there's a treat for the eye. What
Oh,
do you
yeah.
say, darling? Want to spend some time together? What?
So I overheard you talk with that merchant. Tell me what happened.
I don't see how that concerns you.
Oh,
Don't you have some
but it
theatre play
does.
to attend to, Sunchild?
Sunchild. Maybe I can help you.
Help me? Well, I doubt that. That is unless you have a pouch with 300 pennies to give away. Oh, and maybe 2 sheaves of God's tongue to go with it.
Really? That's hold on. That's awesome to hear. So Howard's just gonna be doing a Legacy SE play.
Observe. Don't.
Get out of here. Okay, so this intrigues me because I only follow a couple people when it comes to certain plays. Hold on, I'm gonna exit out a conversation with her because this is starting to intrigue me here. So, obviously for me, it started with, funny enough, it started for me with Trendkill, who I know made his return to gaming, but I guess it's for Magic. I saw the comeback video and the see you later video and everything, but he was the first one that like really introduced me to like the role play side of Skyrim, way back when. Aside from him, because he's obviously not doing it anymore. I've been following Howitzer for quite a while. I remember the first episode of Julian. Gopher, obviously. I came in, I think he was in the middle of the Steve play when I found his stuff. And then Sono knows him and I both have watched General Sam, because Sam's hysterical, and it was, you know, stuff to watch. Obviously, Couch Warrior being part of the Dark Cabal and helping him with the you know, the new content for Unpledged. That was actually a lot. That was intense, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into a production like that. But I'm trying to think of who else. A small channel, the Riaya. He wasn't really doing Let's Plays. He was for a while. He had around 3 to 350 subscribers at one point. I don't know if he's still doing it. I'm still subbed to him, but I haven't gotten any notifications of new stuff at all, you know, in the past probably 4 or 5 months. Like, who else that's dedicated to it? Who am I watching now? Let me see. I could probably go back on my YouTube and find out. I mean, there's a few people that were there, and then obviously I'm subbed to a bunch of channels that, you know, do mod showcases and, you know, content, etc. But like you know, Fudge Muppet. I'm subbed to Zarek, Lunar Gaming, and I'm still subbed to MXR, I think, even though he doesn't really cover it as much. Yeah, there's a bunch. That's cool that he's gonna be doing Legacy though. That's gonna be really interesting to see how he puts that together. Cause that's what I'm doing for my vampire character. I have Legacy in there all the time, so. Alright, so let's see here. We're gonna... Alright, let's get back into talking to her. Yeah, I overheard, blah, 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 blah.
That concerns you. Don't you have some theatre play to attend to, Sunchild?
Alright.
Help me? Well, I doubt that. That is unless you have a pouch with 300 pennies to give away. Oh, and maybe 2 sheaves of God's tongue to go with it. I don't know. I'm sorry. You seem like an upright kind of fellow.
Bitch
but I
calls
can
me
tell you
Sunchild.
from the
She insults
surface.
me first, and then
And I'm
she's
just having a hard time
telling me
believing
I'm
a
an
Sunchild
upright
actually
kind of
cares
fella.
about my problems.
Wait, so what do you need the money for?
You're really nosy. You know that. But fine. What bad can it do? That son of a Virtue over there, Cabal Thorwall. He's the only merchant in the Undercity who still has Vinroot in his stocks. But since he knows that, he sells it for a price that would have upper city snobs running away screaming. Well, and if the apothecary in the pest house doesn't get new root soon, the infected they treat there will start dying like flies within a day. Sure, by day, and by night I work as the Grandmaster's personal Kalian dancer. Jokes aside, nah, I'm just an errand girl. But down here, having paid work is already something to feel blessed for.
Okay. And can the apothecary just buy Vinroot from the surface merchants?
They could, and they do, aye. But that's by far not enough. Especially since the cloister of the League up north has been snowed in for moons now. And as noble as their intentions are, they only have so much coin without their League backing them up.
Alright. And those infected can only be treated with that particular root.
You're no alchemist, are you? Aye. Red vine root is the
Wow,
only
she's a
thing that can
bitch.
help get those flesh maggots out of an infected body. I repeat, can. Even with a proper treatment, most people don't make it through.
So any reason why he doesn't lower his prices?
Of course he does. But he sees an opportunity to get rich quick, and so he uses it. He's always been like that.
Alright, well I'll go talk to him.
Maybe you could, aye? I guess it'll be worth a shot. We need at least 10 sheaves so that the apothecary can make use of them. And I don't want to seem ungrateful, but don't expect to get anything in return for your help.
Yeah, let's just wait and see.
Huh? Well, fine then. Good luck.
Alright. Speak to Kabar Thornwall about the red Vinroot. So, at least all this stuff is right here.
Is it important?
Alright. So I've been told you're selling red Vinroot. And doesn't want to let me talk to him. Unless he's going home or something like that. What time is it? 1:08? No, you should be here. And he's got odd dialogue. So we're gonna F5. We're gonna F9 and we're gonna quick load that to see. There we go.
Name of the sun. Won't this ever stop? Tell Nathalia, the apothecary, or whoever sent you that the price stays.
Men, that's just how they are.
Alright. So let's do this diplomatically first. So Natalia said without the root, dozens of people will die. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
It does actually, yes. But it does not change the fact that I need to live somehow too. And that 300 per sheaf is already a fair price. Go on, ask those upper city merchants. You're lucky if they sell it below 500. Listen, I know exactly what you think. This ruthless bastard, how greedy, how evil, and so on and so forth. But that's not how it is, believe me. So, back to business. Are you looking for supplies? If not, just shove off.
Alright, I gotta pay him.
Now that's a surprise. I expected a speech. Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you.
Now, does he have anything else? Let's see. No, okay. Let's check these things out, see if they're in the inventory here. Oh yeah. Red Nernroot, that's basically what they are. Crimson Nernroot.
Huh?
Here you go.
Blazes, you're serious? Where? On second thought, bet I don't ask. Thank you, Sunchild. You saved a lot of lives today.
Yeah, I know, I'm awesome. I did it for the XP. Alright. So, let's see what else. Communal barrack. I don't think I've... Ah, let's check this one out. I haven't been in here. Oh, take the chest. Nothing there. Pumpkin. Yeah, I can always use pumpkins. Fundament. That's an interesting find. Ooh, letter. Kabar, as soon as possible. The corpse pit. No weapons, no stupid ideas. So this must just be his own little place. There's really nothing here. Flower. Ah. I stand corrected. Mage Light rank 2. Cure disease. Who is this? This is Waif.
My sir.
No,
You look as though you have a kind heart. Please spare a penny for me. Just one.
No, I think not. I've already spent a bunch of pennies today. Okay, so he just doesn't want to talk to me. This is closed.
Look at that. A visitor from the
Oh yeah, visitor. Cavern to the tar pit. Interesting.
Well, well.
Keep
the
walking.
venerable Sunchild graces us with its presence.
Oh yeah.
Not to gawk at the people worse off than you.
Yep, came to gawk at all the people worse off than me.
You're from the surface, aren't you? They say that Taylor Aranthil came back. Let's hope he knows who rules this place, as well as the true Chesapeake.
I want to go in the tar pit yet. Can I get up there? No. Came that way. I guess I have to go in the tar pit. Kind of want to go over there. Hi, shady person. You don't want to talk to me? Ah, there we go. Just have to be standing on it. Takes you down to the pit. Let me just, some crusty bread. You can see the chain going right through the wood. Alright.
Move along.
Yeah, these guys are pretty serious about. They're basically trapping everybody. Alright, little railroad tracks here.
Stupid sheep. All of them. Observe, don't feel.
What's up, dog?
You're from the surface, aren't you? They say that Taylor Aranthil came back. Let's hope he knows who rules this place as well as the Trichessa.
I don't really like these guys. I don't think I've been in the tar pit ever. I don't really care for it either. Oh yeah, well if you're gonna attack me, yeah, that's great. Oh, dickhead, come on. Yeah, you're not gonna make it very far. I'll take your panties. Devour Soul is amazing. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the good stuff. Oh. Yeah, I can search his ectoplasm. What do we got here? Ooh yeah. Money, money, money! And a mystical symbol. 3 of 15. Okay. That makes me feel better. I thought I could have sworn I picked up another one, but I guess not. The feeling we'll be jumping down there in a moment. Sure. These guys don't look very friendly, so. Oh, he can't see me.
Like the bite of a flea.
Bam, mana. Ooh, wrong one. Devour Soul. Let's search him first. Oh, he's got some nomad stuff. Interesting. Silver steel sword. Valuable. I can sell it. You Marauder. Arrow of the Righteous Path. I can sell those. Bloody Skull. Silver steel ball. Wow, they're expensive. Still can't cast it. That's okay. Alright.
Someone's
Oh wow, there's a bunch of them. GTF. Whoa, hey, hey, hey. No, no, no. Oh, you're going down, buddy. I probably will, but that's okay.
Where did he go?
Oh, you don't know, do you? Down you go. Alright, Mr. B. Enjoy, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by tonight. Alright, it's just me here, so I'm going to be ending it. Have a good night.